unstoppable, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the USC Trojans.
Hey, guys.
On the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give on the inside. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Kelly. Pulls it in, it's Jordan. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man, it's Kelly. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll try the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're going to run it to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
After run, now throw. On the run, still looking. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The throw to the outside is complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Trying to get behind the defense. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Trojans will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Going to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And here comes the offense on second down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Carr. And he's dragged down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
On the move. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Wants to return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throwing right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Canes have this offense rolling. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Miami! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. moving away from pressure. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Might be changing the route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Canes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Scanning the field, it's Kelly. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Under fire. Still on his feet at the 35. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Caught over the middle. It's Fowler.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Kelly. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Fowler. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys.
Oh, he's got to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wormley. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And the Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Got it! So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Gain of 20.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
The Trojans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give on the option. Plows through the defense. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. Tackled there by the defense.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Snap from the gun on third down. Buys a little extra time. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the run, it's Pringle. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And Winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Shotgun snap on third down. He makes the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
And the Canes are on the move. He might want another play. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lofton. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Hurricane! They've got the lead here in the fourth. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Miami 21, USC 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
The USC offense will take over. First and 10.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Kelly. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle. It's Fowler. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They'll run play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set...
Turning it on! Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
All right, you know what the offense is trying to accomplish. They're trying to run that clock, so we got to find a way to get the stop here, not let them eke out more of the clock as we're going along so we can get the ball back to the offense and get back in this game and maybe try to go win this thing.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's a throw downfield late. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air. It's Kelly. Makes the catch. It's Wormley. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, USC.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. These corners going to give these receivers some space. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The Trojans will snap it on first and 10. To the air, it's Kelly. Makes the grab. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads.
Yo. Yo.